So Marc Broom back here at Merchant Taylors for training, a week off from matches, time to rest for the final stretch of blast matches, all on the road this time. How are you feeling about where you are at this point in the season?
Yeah, well, I think we're feeling pretty confident, feeling pretty good. Good training session last week. Girls have had a little bit of time off, which I think is always needed, especially after quite an intense little period of T20 cricket and tough matches within that period. So to have a little break, possibly go back and play some club cricket, get a bit of time back just to kind of recover. They've turned up today strong. I'm just watching them walk past now. You know, they look keen, they look ready to go, and they look like they're ready to go and practice some skills that we want to put into place for Saturday's game. So yeah, feeling pretty good at the moment.
And if you can cast your mind back to the Gloucestershire match, feels like quite a long time ago now, but back to winning ways, a very comprehensive performance, multiple records tumbled and standout performances from Finty and Izzy. I mean, it must have felt pretty great watching them produce a performance like that for the first time really in the Blast.
Yeah, without question, our area for development, and we've said it a few times, has been the batting power play. And for them to go out and play the way they played, after having worked on it the week before and having discussed it over so many periods, but I think actually, to give Glamorgan their credit, seeing Glamorgan do it and seeing how you can go hard at the top, but with control and being smart, just by playing intentful, positive cricket. And that's all they did. That, you know, they played games that they have the ability to play and played shots that have the ability to play, but haven't played so far in this power play. So to see that happen and then to see them kick on and get the rewards for their hard work up top was fantastic. And I'm not surprised that they broke records because they're proper cricketers. That for Izzy, it might not have worked so far, but for her to get that knock, I think it gave her a bit of confidence back that she'd been lacking a little bit. And Finty is just continuing to get stronger and stronger and realise that her strengths are applicable in different parts of the game. You know, so it was an exceptional batting performance by those two. Pippa then came out and went at a run of ball to continue the momentum. I didn't think we were at our best in the field, to be fair. And I think we allowed 200 to be a bit of a comfort blanket and maybe not approach it in the field that we would normally have done. We didn't what we call bring the hype, where we're hostile and so forth. And that's an area that we're going to have to be better at because we are going to get big scores in the future, but we have to go out with a mindset to defending something lower and have that intent in the field. So with every game we look for the positives, but we also look for areas for improvement, and that would be one of our areas for improvement would be our fielding from that week. But the job is to always defend what you scored, and we defended it by 40 odd runs, so yeah.
And now you've played all the other teams at least once and with a lot of rotation in the side. With those two things in mind, how has your approach kind of changed going forwards into these last matches?
So from a rotation selection basis, we've now decided these last 3 games we're going to go strongest team available. So we'll look at who's performing, we'll look at who has performed, who's gone well in the nets, and we'll be picking the best team available. And the girls know that, you know, they're happy with that. There'll be a few disappointments, but that's professional cricket. That's what you've got to deal with. You know, this is about elite sport in an elite environment, playing a game at the top of our levels. And with that comes difficult decisions that we have to make, but also players that are performing well get rewarded with selection. So that's what we're going to be doing from a selection perspective. From a gameplay perspective, it's pretty much get the 3 skills together now. That's what we need to do. We've shown we can do it with the bat. We've shown many times we can do it with the ball, and we've shown brilliantly we can do it in the field. But they've always been at different points. Now it's bringing it all together for these last 3 games. Sussex is going to be a tough match. Playing at Hove against a strong side who, I know we beat them at Lord's, but I just thought they looked like a complete team. I really did. They're led brilliantly, a great management set up. You know, I just think it's a tough fixture. And I say it every week, but we have to be on top of our game to get anything out of it. But the way we've been playing, I think we can get a good result if we go down and play the game properly.
And you've touched on it there, but obviously played Sussex before, a decent win, but not without its challenges. And since then, they've gone on to get a few strong wins. Specifically with Sussex, what are your kind of messages this week in preparation for them?
Messages to our players. So we have to be mindful they're going to go hard up top. We have to be mindful that they're going to go hard with the ball as well. They've got quality spinners that come on and try and hold things up during the middle. They've got seamers that can bowl variation. They're a proper fielding unit. They had a clear game plan against us, which we got over the line, but it took almost 20 overs to score 100 runs. So if you're only going at fives, it means that they're doing something well. So when I look at the teams we played against so far, Sussex are right up there for me with regards to opposition.
And if this weekend goes to plan, that guarantees qualification for the finals day at the end of the month. How much is that a consideration in your mind at the moment?
It's not. I'll be honest, because that's the outcome. We've got to look at the processes. We've got to look at this next game. This is the only game that's important. Nothing else is important at the moment, because we have to play our best cricket Saturday to then do anything else after that. So I'm sure the girls will have one eye on that. I'll be telling them otherwise, to say, listen, your only focus is today. Your only focus is this game. This is the only thing we're in control of. We're not in control of results around the country. We're not in control of anything else. We're only in control of this game. So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But that's in the future. We have to worry about here and now.
And finally, slightly different question, but another doubleheader, first of the away doubleheaders. Looking back on those two at Lords and Merchant Taylors, how important do you think that is for the club and for the growth of the women's game?
Oh, it's massive. It's massive, and I wish we had more. I really do wish we had more, because I still don't think a lot of people who support Middlesex know anything about Middlesex women's cricket, and that has to change. And I think these double headers allow that change to happen, because someone buys a ticket for a day's cricket and all of a sudden they think, oh, actually I can go and watch that game first. So even if they turn up during the second half of our game, but they start to see the style of cricket that we play and the way we play it and the success we've been having, all of a sudden that starts to get a little bit of interest. They start to follow results and start to follow players, and they want to come and watch a few more games. And without the double headers, that doesn't happen. And I'm hoping that's something that will change, and we get a following and a fan base in our own right. But that's obviously, however long down the line. So Middlesex as a club have been outstanding in supporting our journey and getting the team out there and exposure for us. And the double headers are vital in that, absolutely vital. So the more we can have, the better. The men themselves, the men's team, they come and watch, they come and support. In these double headers, they come early and off and chat with the girls, and they're brilliant, just absolutely brilliant. It's now getting that brand out there to the people that support Middlesex as a whole, and see how far we can take it.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, and best of luck for the weekend.
Thank you very much.